Good morning, student. From today, we will start a revision of chapter first, which is relation and function, under which we will take the board examination question and solve it. Okay, student. So we are taking first question, which is f from w tends to w, which is w is whole number, and fx is defined by x minus 1, where x is odd, and x plus 1, where x is even. Okay, student. So we have to show that this function is a bijective function. Okay. So okay, student. And you know that if a function is bijective function, then it must be one function and onto function. Okay, student. So first of all, we will prove that this function is one and onto. Then on the basis of that, we can say that it will be our bijective function. Okay, student. So first we check one that it is one or onto. So here, student, there are some cases. Our first case is when x1 and x2. We are taking two elements of this w. When x1 and x2 are odd function. Okay. So we are getting fx1 is equal to fx2 and x1 minus 1 is equal to x2 minus 1. So we can write x1 is equal to x2. So we can say that our function is 1. Okay. In first case. Now in second case, when x1 and x2 are even function. Sorry, x1 and x2 are even number. Then we can write fx1 is equal to fx2. So x1 plus 1 is x2 plus 1. So x1 is equal to x2. Okay, student. Now we can say that function is 1. Now in third case, student, when x1 is odd and x2 is even. So student, our x1 will not be equal to x2 because x1 is odd and x2 is even, so both cannot be equal. Okay. So we can say that if x1 is not equal to x2, then our fx1 is even and fx2 is odd, and this implies fx1 is not equal to fx2. Okay. It means that x1 is not equal to x2. This implies fx1 is not equal to fx2. So function is 1. Okay. On the basis of this, we can say that function is 1. Okay. Now in fourth case, when x1 is even and x2 is odd, then again x1 is not equal to x2. Okay, student, and we can say that our fx1 is also not equal to fx2. Okay, this implies function is 1. So we are seeing that our function is one function. Now we will check for onto. Okay, student. So our function is x minus 1. So student, if we are taking any number y of codomain, if we are taking y of codomain where y is any number of this codomain, then there exists then there exists odd number y plus 1 in domain. Okay, and for every odd number y of codomain, there exists an even number y minus 1 in domain. Okay, students, so we write for every y belong to codomain, there exists a number y plus 1 in domain for every y even number. Okay, for every y of codomain, right student, we write for every y belong to codomain, there exists a y plus 1 even number in domain. Okay, so for every odd number y of codomain, there exists an even number y minus 1 in domain. This implies function is on 2. So function is 1 1 and on 2. This implies function is by z2. Okay, student. So for every even number y belong to codomain, there exists an odd number y plus 1 in domain, and for every odd number y belong to codomain, there exists an even number y minus 1 in domain. This implies our function is onto function, and if the function is 1 1 and onto, you can say that our function is bijective function. I hope you understand. So let's see once again. If a function from w to w, our fx is defined as x minus 1 when x is odd, x plus 1 when x is even. So first of all, we are taking when x1 and x2 both are odd. So when both are odd, we can write fx1 is fx2, so x1 minus 1 is x2 minus 1, so x1 is equal to x2, so function is 1 1. Now when both are even, so we write that x1 is equal to fx2, again x1 plus 1 is x2 plus 1, so x1 is x2, so function is 1 1. Now when x1 is odd and x2 is even, it means that x1 is not equal to x2. x1 is not equal to x2 because x1 is odd and x2 is even. So if x1 is even, x1 is odd, so if x1 is even and x2 is even, so if x2 is odd, this implies our fx1 is not equal to fx2, and this implies x1 is not equal to x2, implies fx1 is not equal to x2, so our function is 1 1. Now fourth case is when x1 is even and x2 is odd, same process we will apply here. x1 is not equal to x2, so if x1 is not equal to x2, so function is not 1 1. So there are total 4 cases which we have discussed, and on the basis of these 4 cases we can say that our function is 1 1 function. Now for undo function, we are taking for any y of this codomain and there exists an odd number y plus 1 in domain, and if we are taking any odd number in codomain, then there exists an even number y minus 1 in domain. So function is onto. So function is 1 1 and onto. So we can say that it will be bijective function. I hope you understand, students. Now we take another question and solve it. Let's see. Our next question is meant so that the relation R in the set A, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, attachment, given that R is equal to AB such that A minus B is even. Mod of A minus B is even. Okay, this is our relation, is an equivalence relation. Okay, so first part we have to show that this relation is equivalence relation. Okay, student. So you know that for proving equivalence, we will first prove its reflexivity, symmetricity, and transitivity. A function to be an equivalence relation, it must be reflexive, symmetric, and transitive. So first of all, we will check, okay, its reflexivity. Okay, student. So now for reflexivity, student, reflexivity. So our set A is given to us. Our A is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and R is AB, such that A minus B is even. So we take for any A belong to, okay, student. For any A belong to A, we write A belong to R. Okay, student. So this implies A minus A is even number. So this implies so A minus A is even number and A minus A is 0. So this is even number. So we can say that R is reflexive. Okay, student. Okay, student. Now symmetricity. So for any AB belong to R. Okay, student. Now, if AB belong to R, we can write A minus B is an even number. Okay, student. Let. So we write AB belong to us, so we can write A minus B is even number. Okay, student. This implies this is A minus B, so we can write also B minus A is even number. This implies B A belong to R, so we can say that R is symmetric Okay, student. Now we have to prove that transitive. Okay. So we are taking let AB belong to R and BC belong to R. Okay, student. So if we are supposing AB belong to R, we write A minus B is even number and B minus C is even number. Okay. So A minus B is even number. So we can write A minus B is equal to plus minus 2m, where n belong to n. Okay. And similarly, B minus C is also equal to plus minus 2n, where n belong to n student. So we can write that A minus C, difference A minus B plus B minus C. Okay. So we are seeing that these two parts. So this is plus minus 2n and plus minus 2n. So we are taking plus minus 2 common. So we are seeing that A minus C is even number. This implies AC belong to R, and we can say that R is transitive. So our relation is reflexive, symmetric and transitive. So on the basis of these three, we can say that R is equivalence relation. Okay, student. On the basis of this, we can say that R is equivalence relation. Okay. So look once again, student. This is our set, and relation is AB such that A minus B is even number. Okay. Now R is AB such that A minus B is even number. So for reflexivity, we are let A belong to A. So A belong to R. This implies our A minus A is an even number and A minus A is 0. So we can say that R is reflexive. Similarly, let AB belong to R. This implies A minus B is even number. And if A minus B is even number, we can say that B minus A is even number. This implies BA belong to R. This implies R is symmetric. Okay, so now transitive. Let AB belong to R and BC belong to R. Say that modulus of A minus B is even number. Modulus of B minus C is even number. So we can say that A minus B is equal to plus minus 2n and B minus C is equal to plus minus 2n. So the difference of the sum of these two, we are writing A minus C, which is A minus B plus B minus C. And the place of this, we can write this. And we are seeing that our A minus C is even number because this is multiple of 2. So we can say that our AC belong to R and R is transitive. So our R is reflexive, symmetric and transitive. So on the basis of this, we can say that our R is equivalence relation. Now student, the second part is this. Shows that R the element of set 1, 3, 5 are related to each other. Okay. And all the elements of set 2, 4 are related to each other, but no element of 1, 3, 5 are related to element of set 2, 4. So we are seeing that if we are taking 1 minus 1 is 0, 3 minus 3 is 0, 5 minus 5 is 0. And if we are taking difference of these two, 3 minus 1 is 0, 5 minus 3 is 2, and this is also even number, and 3 minus 1 is also 2, even number. So the element of this set is related to each other. and we are checking in this question and in this set the difference of 2 minus 4 is 2, 4 minus 2 is also 2. So the difference of these two is also an even number. So we can say that the element of this set is related to each other, the difference of this set is related to each other. But when we are checking the difference of this set to this set is 1 minus 3 is minus 1, 3 minus 2 is 1. So we are finding that the element of this set is not related to the element of this set. Okay, so in this way we have proved that our relation is equivalence relation and the element of set 1, 2, 3, 5 are related to each other, and an element of set 2, 4 are also related to each other, but the element of set 2, 4 is not related to the element of set 1, 3, 5. Okay, student. Now we take another question. Question is, if A is equal to x belong to z such that x is less than equal to 0, less than equal to 12, okay, and relation R is AB such that difference of A minus B is a multiple of 4, is multiple of 4 student. Then so that this relation is an equivalence relation. Okay, student. So for reflexivity, we let for any A belong to set A. Okay, so we write AA belong to R. This implies A minus A is multiple of 4. Okay, student. So we can say that, so our R is reflexive. Okay, now symmetric. Either this part we can also write in this way. If A belongs to A, then we write A minus A is a multiple of 4. Then we can write A belong to R. Okay. So R is reflexive. Okay, so we can write in both way. We can write for R A belong to A. Okay. Now symmetry. Let AB belong to R. We write difference of these two is a multiple of 4 student. So we can write A minus B. Sorry, we can write this B minus A is multiple of 4 also. If AB belong to R, then we can say that our A minus B is a multiple of 4. Okay, student. So either this we can write in this way also, that A minus B is equal to 4k multiple of 4, and this A minus B is plus minus 4. Okay, like this also, student. Okay. Now if we are changing this, we can write a b minus a. This implies minus and plus. Okay, student. So this we can write. This is and we write b minus a. This is 4k. Okay, student. This is also we can write, student. And if we are writing this, then we can say that b minus a is multiple of 4. So BA belong to R. Okay. So R is symmetric. We can say that. Okay, student. Now for transitivity, we are selecting two elements. AB belong to R and BC belong to R. Okay, and we will prove that our AC is belong to R. Okay, so we can write A minus B is multiple of 4. Okay, student. A minus B is multiple of 4 and B minus C is also multiple of 4. Okay, and this implies, student, A minus B is equal to 4k and modulus of B minus C is equal to 4. Sorry, right here m and right here n. Okay, and this implies when we write A minus B, this is plus minus 4n, and B minus C, this is plus minus 4. And student, okay, now we are adding these two and forget when we are adding these two, A minus B plus B minus C, we get plus minus 4n plus minus 4n. Okay, so plus minus 4 taking outside, inside we are getting, here we are seeing A minus C. Okay, student, now when we are using modulus again, we write 4 plus n plus n. This implies our AC is A minus C is multiple of 4, and this implies, student, AC belong to R. Okay, so on the basis of this, we can say that our R is transitive. So R is reflexive, symmetric and transitive. So R is an equivalence relation. Okay, student. Now let's see once again in this question. We have to, given that our set A is x belong to z, such that 0 x is lying between 0 to 12, and 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12. Our set is 1 to 12 and R is the relation AB such that A minus B is a multiple of 4. Okay, student. Now so far you know that for proving equivalence relation, we will prove that it is reflexive, symmetric and transitive. So reflexivity, let A belong to any element of set A. Okay, so if A is belong to A, then we can write A minus A is multiple of 4 and A minus A is 0. So it means that A belong to R. For all A belong to A. Okay, now so R is reflexive. Now symmetric, let AB belong to R. Okay, students. So A minus B is a multiple of 4. Okay, student. Look. So symmetry is let AB belong to R. So A minus B is a multiple of 4. So determine modulus of A minus B. We can write 4k where k is constant. And A minus B is equal to plus minus 4k. Okay. Now this A minus B we can write plus minus 4k. When we are writing B minus A, we change the sign. We are saying that our negative sign is above and positive sign is denominator. So if B minus A is, when we apply the modulus, we again write 4k. Now B minus A is multiple of 4 and B belong to R. Now transitivity, we will select three elements A, B, C belong to R. So AB belong to R and BC belong to R. So A minus B is multiple of 4, B minus C is multiple of 4. So we can write 4n, here 4n, and we are removing the modulus, we can write plus minus, adding these two, we get this, and when we are removing this, we get the modulus, and this is A minus C is multiple of 4, and AC belong to R, so R is transitive, R is an equivalence relation because this is following reflexivity, symmetricity, and transitivity. Okay, I hope you understand, students. Thank you.